Mark Moda says, cool, a Woodscopes parody show. Don't forget Mark Moda. If we were doing a Woodscopes parody show, there would be no show on because he never broadcasts anymore.
If this was a Woodscopes parody show, Frank, we wouldn't have read that comment. So come on.
Totally inappropriate.
Damn shoes. Yeah. Or he got blown off the toilet. Goddamn shoes.
This is like the new flatulence show. Balance.
Shit, I'm getting
Balance.
All right, my guess is in. What are you guys guessing? What happened to this bathroom? Bacon is guessing poop.
Here we are. It is the Waterhole with Rob Headstrom, Bacon, and Horse.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Ryan, thanks for letting me fill in. And yeah, it's good to be here.
Here's your some asshole with a goatee. Of course, you're gonna see it with the audience. Contents: one fucking shit fuck with a goatee. Seriously, just shave the shit off. You're gonna catch it on the delay, obviously. This is a live gooey duck clam. Watch this.
不准笑，喷水了。
So she's gonna dip it in some sauce. It's alive.
辣椒油
Live. We'll do it
辣椒
live.
面儿
She's putting whatever.
一样都不能少，不拼，老铁是不会给我双击的。
There it goes. And she's gonna bite into this thing. That's suggestive. It's the Waterhole, and that's not Rhino.
No, it's not Rhino.
That's Frank in Boise. He's like trading us up.
You know what? He was actually on the Outlaws and Potato. He was Rhino, the sports guy segment on my show. Like he did it twice and then fucking blew me off. He goes, you know what? There's better out there. He's doing the same thing to everybody.
He uses us up, gets to where he wants to go next, and then he tosses us aside like a used condom. So, the elephant in the room. No, not you. Not you. No. I longed to get rid of my huge boobs. I longed to get rid of my huge boobs until they paid off my family's 130 pounds debt. Amy Sophia, 27, felt uncomfortable with the looks she got from strangers for her larger chest and was desperately trying to raise cash for a breast reduction when she had a change of heart. With size 34 double H. You know what double H stands for? Haunted horse. 34 double H, right there. Haunted horse boobs. 34 double H boobs. She turned to OnlyFans for extra cash. But as she grew in popularity, Amy started to see her larger chest in a different light. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You think? Holy crap, look at this. There's the pictures. Holy crap!
Hey guys. We are right in that prime position where we can get horse to say anything, and it'll be a sound drop forever. Which way we want to go?
Pretty much, yeah.
Hey, he's losing his mind right now.
Oh my god.
He just
Grandpa!
lost his mind.
Grandpa! I'm an idiot. Alright.
Hi, Jim.
Look at this. There he is. There's the man. There's the man that invented the 12 by 12 challenge.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Audience
I'm gonna be the voice of. I'm gonna be the voice of God for this one here.
Yes. The voice of God returns.
Sent mail inbox pending drafts. Wait, maybe I drafted one, didn't send it. No, all women. Katie, Kelly, Katie 2. So I had a Katie 1 and a Katie 2.
All right.
Melody. Yeah. I was quite the player when I had this phone. I'd be all, hey, baby. There was no iPhone yet, so you go, hey, baby, look at this. Woo! flip phone. Look at me. Ho, ho, ho. I'm sorry. I'm out of here. Rhino and Horse are a couple of dorks who want to have a show. Will anybody ever watch it? The answer is probably no. They thought of a really stupid name. They call it the Waterhole, where everybody thinks they're lame. And they're always sad they came. You wanna be where you can't see. Rhino and Horse act lame. You wanna be where everybody's sad they came. You wanna be where you can't see. Rhino and Horse act lame. You wanna be where everybody's sad they came. Yeah! All right, so up. It was so loud that I know the people
What
above.
did
That's
you
not
just
working
say?
either.
Replay.
That's my main screen is down. OMG. Hold on. OBS is currently active. All streams. All right, so apparently I have a bug. Who's that dude next to you? Yeah, that is an old show. So anyway, I don't even have my Haunted Horse shirt on. That's how unprepared I am right now. Hold on. I gotta get, there we go. There you are. Okay, so we're gonna have to use Haunted Horse and Friends. The Waterhole screen, it was black. There was nothing on it. So there is a bug. Anyway, what's up, dude? Ryan.
What's up, man? You racist piece of...
Yeah, right? It's Ryan.
What's up, man? You racist piece of...
Yeah, right? It's shit. And of course, I never have this one plugged in. It's always on the charger. That is panicky. Anyway, Ryan struggled on his show today with lots of technical issues, and sure the fuck enough, and it's not even part of the same thing. This was OBS. This is my broadcast software. I went to go switched over, and it's just a black screen.
You racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
And I'm like, oh shit, what do I do? And then I hit the replay, and I was on there, but then it played an old clip of, oh gosh. Anyway, we're here. This is what you do. You work through this shit. We're going to do Haunted Horse and Friends screen. I've got to change. I'm really big on the screen. That's what she said. What's up, dude? We have.
What's up, man? I like the colors.
Thank you. Yeah, you said that yesterday. I hold on. I gotta resize everything here. Yeah, I. Why is there a big white blob there?
You calling me fat?
A white blob.
You racist piece of shit.
Because I had two of my lights turned off, my green screen lights. That's why. So it was having a problem. There we go.
Your green screen has lights. That's funny.
Yeah, well, it's we'll go to the Jimmy Cam. My wife hates this voice. Oh, is that? Oh, because all my buttons are programmed for the Waterhole because that's where we're supposed to be right now. Hold on, this is just funny, dude. You had so many technical issues today, and now they have. The common thread is it's you.
Me, for sure. Right. Yeah. Jerry had to carry the show.
There we
Unbelievable.
Go. Yeah, so I have to light my green screen. So all these studio lights up here, so that those screens are lit, so that it will do the proper wiping of my background. So yes, you need lights for a green screen. What's up, man?
Good, man. Been a minute.
It has been a minute, dude. I missed you, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Rhino is a gremlin. Is he?
A gremlin?
Are you? Oh, you're a gremlin because of the technical issues.
Oh,
I'm like, you look like a bad AMC car, and I'm not wearing. I mean, this is the first show I've ever done without my Haunted Horse shirt. So I forgot. I took a shower and I put this on. I'm like, oh, I'll change later.
Is that an old duck shirt? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's supposed to look like 1976. It's not 1976. It's one of those ones that's supposed to look old.
Like did you hear about the Air Force Ones that are coming out that are supposed to look all old and scuffed up? And as you begin scuffing them up, they get cleaner and whiter.
They get whiter?
You racist piece of shit.
They get whiter. Like,
so they come out scuffed up, and the longer you wear them, the nicer they look.
The nicer they begin to look. Yes, it's the weirdest thing ever.
I mean, look, I'm up for anything that's a gimmick that, I remember, what was it, about 4 or 5, 6 years ago for the anniversary of Back to the Future 2 or whatever, they released the Nikes that went zip, zip, and they only released like 100 pair or whatever. And they
McFlies.
Yeah, and they were selling for like, $100,000 on the resale market. Jay was first, by the way.
You won! You did it!
Jay was first with, I have huge balls and above average peen. That's the kind of content you get on this show. You don't get that on your show. You get people talking about boring things like, do you think the Kings can trade up in the draft? And yeah, you get that kind. You don't get huge balls and above average peen. Peter's second.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Peter Anderson. See, there's things that have changed since you regularly hosted the show. Peter Anderson now has a button.
Mr. Anderson, welcome back. We missed you.
Now, you may have seen it, but these are all things that have been added recently.
What movie is that from?
That is from not Matrix 1. I think it's 3.
Okay.
I think it's Matrix 3.
All right.
And then I also have this when, Peter Anderson is behaving badly in the chat. He gets this.
Oh, Peter got 2 buttons.
Well, because he behaves badly.
Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Why do you persist?
That's what he gets when he's a bad boy.
And what is that from?
That is the same Matrix movie. Different scene. They're not in the same scene. It's a different one. Eric is here.
Welcome to the party.
You know what Ryan did? He saw that we started having more viewers, and he's like, "Oh shit, I should go back on that show, man." He's got viewers now. He's got people watching that show. I better go back.
For sure.
Right.
For sure.
You're no
Gotta
dummy.
bet it.
I get it.
Gotta bet it. Standard. Standard's the standard. No,
it is the standard. It's all about the funny chat. Rhino has internet issues. Not even his intro is going to get him to join us. Maybe if he's in the car. Well, he posted that before you showed up. Yeah, I played his intro, see? I played the intro. Rip Norm, George went. Yeah, George went to heaven.
He was the bigger one, right?
Did you hear what I just did? George went to heaven. Because his name's George Wendt. George went to heaven.
Is he he's the bigger one, right?
Yeah, he's the guy with the one-liners. What was one of my favorites early on in the cheer season? It's like Sam's like, how are you doing, Norm? And he goes, what is the one? You know what? I'm gonna let him say it. Norm. I bet you everyone's searching these now. Norm. I'm gonna play the clip. Why can't I find the clip? I type in Norm and then the quote, and then I've got Ann Baxter costume fail, special bra. We're watching this. I don't know what this has to do with Norm on Cheers, but this is from the 10 Commandments. And apparently there's an Ann Baxter costume fail. I never knew this. Let's see what.
Despite Ann Baxter's own reservations about her performance in the 10 Commandments, the film was a massive success, and her role in it remains her most iconic. Anne believed that Cecil B. DeMille's more theatrical directing style did not fully complement her dramatic abilities, despite her admiration for the esteemed filmmaker. Nevertheless, audiences embraced her performance enthusiastically. A notable aspect of her appeal in the film was her frequent appearance in revealing outfits, which was quite daring considering the societal norms of the era. Anne Baxter disclosed that she had to wear skin-colored underwear beneath her revealing costumes to prevent unintended exposure to the cameras. Despite these precautions, some film historians with less than scrupulous interpretations continue to debate whether the actress's actual nipples are visible in certain scenes of the film. After decades in the entertainment industry, Anne Baxter's role in the Ten Commandments solidified her status as a preeminent starlet of the Golden Age.
Okay, I'm done. I just wanted to see what the fail was. So the Ten Commandments, this very religious movie, had a woman with a see-through top, and they show that every year on Easter. Or not Easter, Easter Sunday, they show the Ten Commandments. Or, I never noticed that before until I saw that video. That's shocking. If bad behavior gets a second button, I should be number 14, says Darren. Darren, your behavior is not as bad as Jay's. Jay's got a button.
No, God!
Jay is here.
So I hear you're resurrecting the DJ show.
I am resurrecting the DJ show.
And you got
Fridays.
multiple DJs lined up.
I do. Are you going to DJ every once in a while?
I would have to learn OBS.
You have the equipment. You know what?
If I can do it from Restream, I'll do it once in a while.
I mean, you could do it from Restream. It's better with the OBS because it works. I mean, I guess I can't say that after today. I don't want to insult anybody. When someone says I don't want to insult anybody, someone's about to get insulted. I taught Tyler how to use OBS in about 20 minutes. So if Tyler can learn it, you can learn it. I will say this, sir, as somebody that is making a living doing this as a business, it is time to take the training wheels off and start. I'm not saying you have to use OBS next week or next month, but it is time that you start looking at the professional software because you can do a lot more things. And get comfortable with it on the side. Kind of like go to OBS Community College. Still use Restream.
Yeah.
And then when you're ready to, make the switch, then you will all have learned it and everything else.
All right.
I'm just saying, OBS is the shits. It's the shits. You can do lots of stuff.
Is that the cool thing now, saying the shits instead of the shit?
I just made that up. If it is cool, then I better get credit for it when people start using it. OBS is good. I'm working with it, says Darren. I mean, listen, Darren, I think Renee's calling you. Go see what she wants. Okay, he's gone. If Darren can learn OBS, your son can learn OBS. If Darren can learn OBS, my wife could learn OBS. I'm just saying.
Right.
He's coming back. Shh. So anyway, that was a good basketball game the other day. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Side chick's got to be married, Rhino. What does that have to do with anything? He did yell nip when the nip slip showed up on the screen, Jay. OBS, yes, I have one person in here. I don't know if I have permission to say he's interested, but Darren's interested. Someone reached out to me in a text, so I don't know if that's common knowledge. If I see them post in there, then I'll know it's common knowledge. But Darren's reached out. Headstrom, of course, wants to do it. And here's the cool thing about it, and I've been talking about this. June 6th, DJ Hunter Horse comes back. June 6th, 8 p.m. Pacific. The cool thing is I bought the channel for a year. I've paid the big fee. Cha-ching. So Mixcloud is now ours, and I say ours. Yeah, I know. I see the bot. I see
someone.
All right. Since it covers up Ryan, I'm not going to play the whole thing. That's the other thing I need to do. I need to move these buttons away from, because when I have a guest, I put them lower so that I didn't cover anything, but I need to start moving them up in the upper corner. But DJ show, oh geez, where was it? Oh, so I got the channel 24/7. So here's the thing. If I'm doing shows on Friday and I'm not taking enough breaks and people are like, gosh, I wish you would, take a break, or I take a break and then Bacon gets it and they're like, damn, I wanted to do it, Saturday night's wide open. I never want to do shows on Saturday night. You guys want to start coming up with a hodgepodge of shows on Saturday nights? It's all yours.
That works out perfectly as the Woodscopes producer. Couldn't work out better for you.
What Scopes producer?
Well,
you mean that
don't
show
like doing
we used
shows
to do
on
5 years
Saturday
ago?
nights.
That show 5 years ago that we did our last episode, and then we said we'll be back soon, and then we never came back. Are you kidding me?
So you've gotten used to not working on Saturday nights. You should thank 12wood for that.
No, I was no. If we want to go down that road, I did the DJ Haunted Horse Show on Saturdays. And then I just got tired of my weekend getting all jacked up because I would stay up past midnight and then I'd sleep all the way in on Sunday. That was back when I had two-day weekends. And then I'd wake up at 10, 11 o'clock on Sunday. I'm like, my weekend is freaking over. Right. So I moved it to Friday. When the last year the DJ show was Fridays. And then he wanted to move it to Saturdays, which was easier on him, and I get it. I get it. Yeah, what is this Woodscopes you speak of? Haunted Horse bought you fucker. What? Are you saying I should leave the whole bot stream and cover up poor Ryan, who's made an appearance and given up his hour of freedom from streaming to be here? You want me to cover him up with a bunch of drops?
Not very nice.
Yeah, it's not very nice, Peter. You know what, Peter? You know what?
Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Why do you persist?
Ryan's got breaking news. The Giannis is now a Sacramento King. They just traded for Giannis. Breaking news. That's what he's getting right now in his text. Giannis now a Sacramento King. They only had to give up Keegan Murray to get him. And no first round draft pick this year because they don't have one.
I would pick him up at the airport. And you know I love Keeks.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. Keegan Murray's good. But you're not loving Keegan Murray if you can trade him for Giannis.
Right. Have you gone, do you have any new YouTube rabbit holes that have taken you to a different area? It's oh, now I'm stuck on these videos.
Oh, I've now that I'm stuck on videos, what are the last ones I got stuck on? That's a good question. I had something I was really hooked on. Lately, this isn't what I was thinking of, but lately I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about the Black Death, the plague. I mean, to where I've spent about 12, 13 hours watching these documentaries on it. I'm
racist piece.
Oh, right.
Racist piece of shit.
Eric's going to say it. He said it already. And he said it before you did because of the delay. No, that's Eric's brand. Anytime we announce a color. And then I forgot who I had. I had Gail or someone was on with me. And they are like, racist? What did we say? That's no. I'm like, no. It's just a joke. Anytime we say a color, that drop has to get played. Yes, the Black Death, the bubonic plague, Baylor Dupree. Yes, German metal. Interesting. Speaking of German metal, is Danzig German? Because I heard that playing today. I was at a refinery. Here's one of the cool things about my job. I got to go to a refinery and I got to go in the back and look at all the distillery process. And they had this big vat of Bing and Royal Ann cherries that were marinating in brandy. I mean, huge vat. And I'm just looking at them. I'm like, I don't drink, but it made me want to drink. I love brandy cherries, dude. You light them on fire or you pour them over birthday. Oh, it's so good.
What do you do? You light them on fire?
Yeah, you can light the brandy on fire and have the flaming cherries.
Okay. Right.
But it's always good. You can put it over ice cream and stuff. Anyway, I love brandy cherries, but I don't eat anymore. Where was I going? Total ADD moment right now. I do have videos of the day. Where was I going to go? Oh, I think okay. Peter wanted something that I made. You know what? Let me see if he wants to see the beam I made for you. boy. You know why it's not here? It's because it's on the Waterhole. Let me see if I can find it. You got anything else to talk about while I... Well, it was like the beam. I made it for you, for your show if you wanted it.
I appreciate it. No, I was going to say, I'm stuck on... There's this judge in Houston. His last name is Fleischer. But this dude's personality is like the funniest. Like, I don't know how to explain it. The dude wears a bow tie on the bench. Like, I don't know if this will play through.
Jade Early.
Listen.
That must indicate you're somewhat smart. Mr. Luna, you're building yourself a future now. You're supposed to be working your butt now so that you have $1 million when you hit 40 to 50, perhaps 2 million. Because otherwise you're going to be destitute when you hit that age. And I'm going to tell you now, life sucks without money. It really, really does.
Like, this dude, like, will say, if you come back with another bond violation, I'm going to raise your bond so high that your teeth are going to pop out. Like, he just keeps it real. It's so funny. But he also cares, too, at the same time.
He cares.
No, he does. Like, he really does care about, like, some of these people coming through the system. Like, you can tell, but, like, he doesn't mess around. It's hilarious. Wow. Great TV. So I've been stuck on his.
You need the results on that.
Oops. I'm putting a beam through our heads.
That's what you do. Stuck with this until you complete it or violate it. Your agreement is ours, Judge. Talk to us. You out to the street. I'm trying to talk to you to get to know you in the little time that I have to see how much it's around.
How did the Harris help?
Just to get out, man. You try to hang cars.
These are supposed to be his best moments.
It's cutting in and out because you're not the lead.
And then
yeah. So, anyways, I've been stuck on that. Yeah, I'll send you guys some clips. They're so funny, dude. Like when this dude goes off. He's got like 375,000 subscribers.
300. Wow. And he's a what now? He's the judge, or is he a lawyer?
The judge. He's a judge in Houston.
Yeah.
In criminal court. Yeah.
So Peter, I can't give you what you wanted because it's on the other one. It takes special. This is what it looks like. This is what he's talking about. But it's going sideways. I can't rotate it. This is the beam. And of course, I don't have to. I can at least look. Okay, so this is what it looks like. But picture it starting at the bottom of the screen right here and going to the top. This is like the beam sound. But I have to. It takes. Yeah. Anyway, that's what he's wanting. On the Waterhole, it's somewhere over there. Is that the purple beam? Yeah, it's supposed to be like the Sacramento. But when I make it for the Waterhole, it starts down here and it goes, and then it goes, and then that. I was thinking that he could do that every time the Kings won. He could light the beam on his show. Once again,
I like it.
Once again, I think you need to have OBS to do stuff like that. Yeah. So. Is that the purple beam? Rhino, check out Film the Police LA or Scientology Audit. William Good is hilarious. I'm still. Oh shit.
Hi, Cindy. Oh, it's so good to see you again.
I'm still in my HOA meeting, ready to tear my ears off. Oh, let's talk briefly because everyone knows what I think of HOAs. HOAs suck. And having meetings is just another part of why they suck. Oh my gosh. I remember we had HOA meetings and there was something on the docket about, this was when I first moved in with my wife at our condo and they have, homeowners association. And I've been living there for 3 or 4 months, right? My house is gone. I'm moved in. I'm there. And my work truck has the company logos on it, right? So I see something on the docket about work trucks with company logos. I'm like, oh, no. Are they going to freaking say we can't? Because I drive it home. Where am I going to park? So I showed up, And there's like 3 people there. They go, okay, we're going to talk about the logos. And I go, real quick, is this about my truck? Because I moved in with my, girlfriend. And I'm living here, and I mean, there's nothing. That's my vehicle.
Wait, you moved in, and you didn't get our approval?
Right. Yeah, she didn't get our approval. Are you good enough to live here?
You are now in violation.
Yeah, right.
Of blah 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 blah.
So anyway, I go, and I'm being real nice. I go, hey, I live here. That's my vehicle. I don't have another vehicle. And they kind of look at each other and they go, well, this other guy that lives here, he's lived here for 3 years and his van's got like a little logo on it. He owns his own business. And they go, yeah, we don't care. And then they just go, okay, yeah, you're fine. And I'm like, thank goodness. Because that would have been the biggest pain in the ass. I would have had to buy a car.
So let me take it a step further. So back in my other profession days, we would have clients that would either be selling or wanting to buy a mobile home in a mobile home park. So a mobile home park is a giant HOA, right?
Right.
And the requirements to be able to qualify through the HOA to buy a mobile home there, where you're still paying rent for the space, which is stupid.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude.
But to be able to come into the park, you had to show that you had like 6 months of rent in your account. You had to show and I'm thinking, isn't this supposed to be the easiest place to be able to qualify to live?
Right.
And they're treating it like it's a background check to get a passport. I'm like,
right.
we doing? You're
or
no
it's like
offense
some gated community in the Hollywood Hills, Palisades.
Yes.
Pacific
like no
Palisades
offense if you
gated
live in a
community,
mobile.
yeah.
And by the way, dude, do not say trailer park to people that are to mobile
Right.
home
No, I get
person.
it. I get it.
If you say trailer park,
I know.
It's a reason to go.
And
Yeah.
you don't. And you know what? You don't want to piss off trailer park person. They'll get really angry. We don't have any
you don't.
fans in the trailer park, I hope. Well, Darren might. I think Darren lives in a trailer park. Jay, definitely trailer park material.
No, Jay definitely's got property. He's got property.
Wait. Let's see if they qualify for trailer park material. Smokes weed all day. Check. Gets angry at everything. Check. I mean, come on. They do fit some of these. I don't know that Darren gets angry at everything. Jay does. By the way, Jay, I saw you yelling at the VA, Department of Veterans Affairs, on Twitter again. Between Jay yelling at the Department of Veterans Affairs, and trust me, I'm not making light of it. You have valid reasons to yell at them. But between Jay yelling at the Department of Veterans Affairs and Bittersweet Marie yelling at Court TV about this trial and how this bitch did this thing, she's like, you should be ashamed of yourself. She needs to be fired. And she's yelling at Court TV or whatever, some trial that's got Bittersweet Marie all just freaked out, angry.
Probably the Karen Reed trial.
That's it. What is that even about? I don't even know. But she's yelling at Twitter about the Karen Reed trial.
Somehow, I don't know how she killed a police officer, but she killed a police officer, and the cops took some forensics, blood samples or something, and put them in solo cups to transport.
What?
You think that's going to be an
Red
issue?
Solo cup?
Yes, they use solo cups to transfer biological matter.
Cindy mutes her. I mean, Marie, it's like she's yelling at something and no one knows what she's yelling at. It's like she's standing in the middle of the forest by herself and just yelling at the sky. It makes no sense out of context. It's not like she's yelling on a thread. She's just yelling about this trial, and I'm like, why are you so angry about it? Is that your aunt? Is that your sister? I mean, why would you get angry about a trial? That doesn't
People
involve
do it all the time, bro. It's like you remember Jodi Arias in her trial?
I remember O.J. Simpson. That's about the last trial I remember.
Okay.
I mean, I get it. There's it's interesting court TV and all that stuff, but I didn't even get angry at O.J., the trial. It didn't make me mad or it didn't make me happy. It was interesting, but
was I a junior in high school? And our teacher put it on, and he's like, this is going to be... There were 2 times in high school where I had a teacher, like, break out the TV, because it's not like today, where they've got flat screens or their projector. Literally, my son's teacher, her entire whiteboard is a touch screen. That's, like, the kind of tech that they have now. But they rolled out the old thing.
AV,
you know what I'm talking about.
AV equipment, yeah. And they always have the kid that gets to work in the AV department. And he comes wheeling in your classroom.
Comes wheeling in the cart with the TV on it. And one of them was the OJ verdict. And the other one was 9/11.
9/11?
Yeah, the teacher's like, your kids will be reading about this in their history class.
That's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
For school. Yeah. 9/11.
But how could you not pay attention to it?
I remember 9/11. I woke up to go to work. Of course, us on the West Coast, it was so I didn't know about the first building, right? So I woke up for work and I turn on the TV, just like I'm sitting up in bed or whatever, and I see this smoking thing. That's the first thing I saw. It was one of the Twin Towers smoking. I'm like, what? It's on fire? What's going on? And within 5 minutes of me watching this thing, and they're talking about plane crash, I'm like, whatever. The second one live hit. And I'm like, whoa! I mean, it looked like a movie. I'm like, this isn't real. What is It looked like a movie. I felt like I was in a movie. It did not register. And then we go to work, and we're all working, and no one's even talking about it at work. We're all just like, I mean, like, why are we here? I don't know. It just felt like bigger than like going to work, but we had to go to work.
We had, growing up in my parents' house, if the TV woke you up in the morning, that means something happened in the world. That was our trigger to know, something's going on. Like, I remember the big LA earthquake, being woken up by
Northridge.
the TV with that. Same thing with 9/11.
I was home from school when the Challenger blew up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was home sick. I called in sick, and I turned on the TV, and I didn't see it live. I saw it probably happened 5-10 minutes before I woke up, and I just sat and watched that all day while I was sitting at home sick.
So, crazy fact here, the pilot of Air Force One on the day of 9/11, my dad worked with at one point, knows, but he was actually the one flying George Bush around that day. So
they kept him in the air because they didn't know where it was safe to land.
They had fighter jets on each side of Air Force One, ready to take a missile if there was a missile coming for Air Force One.
Yeah, because they're like, we can't go back to Washington, D.C. It's not safe. We don't know where. So they kept them up in the air for a while because it's the safest place to be. That thing's got so many, countermeasures and everything else. And plus with fighter jets, show the plane going into the Twin Towers so we can get the haunted horse video of the day out of the way. That's horrible, Peter. I'm not going to show that. I do have the video of the day. This is new.
It's time for Haunted Horse's video of the day.
All right, this one is, I mean, I knew they were fast. I just seeing one run by. First of all, whoever's filming this has got brass balls because I would be running, not filming this. What? Here we go. Video of the day. And it kind of veers towards the camera for a second. And then not only one, that's two of them. Two of them. Those things are hauling ass.
Are those bears?
Yes, grizzlies. But the first one was much faster. The second one looks tired. Let's watch that one more time. This one's kind of looking, it kind of veers a little bit towards the camera. Like, why are you standing there? How do you know that's not going to chase you? That would scare the shit out of me. It kind of looked at the camera and did start kind of going a little sideways, and then it kept going straight. Is that
Polar
shared
bears.
belief? No.
Polar bears are the ones you got to watch the heck out
CGI.
for. It's a death sentence.
Polar bears are very aggressive. Here's one. Okay, see if I don't know if I can find it. I don't know if I can find it, but I know this. I would be scared even though.
I saw a clip of this lady walking upstairs.
Here it is.
And she didn't realize a polar bear was under the stairs and it's pawing at her through the opening. Yeah, like that. Like that's flirting with death.
Because
Like,
they will eat your ass. Okay, watch. Eat
Yes.
your ass, sorry. Watch this one. This one I saw. So this is one of those buses where it's high enough they can't get to it, but look at how close he gets. This guy's sticking his head out. Yeah, dude, I wouldn't be fucking that close to the window. Oh, look, I'm gonna film it. Man, if that thing could jump like a foot and get back to his arm, he's fucked.
Well, dude, he can almost get his claw on that window.
I
to where he could
know!
have pulled himself up.
Right.
Like those are mitts, dude.
Yes.
See how big this freaking.
Not to mention, look right here. There's some footholds, it looks like. Those are indented. He gets a little grip.
He
and
could have
gets a
come
foot
right
there,
through that
he's
window.
in that fucking thing.
Could have came right through that window.
Yeah.
Ain't
And
worth
they're
the
all,
shot.
ooh, hey, let's film it. Ooh.
That ain't worth the shot.
No.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it was worth it for me to watch, but not. All right, so I got a couple more videos for y'all. These are actually, this one's a 1-minute news story, and then this one's a 2-minute and 20-second news story. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, do you want scary, but it didn't have a bad ending, but was scary, child in danger, or do you want the shitty story? Well, you're getting them both, but what do you want first?
Probably do the child one first.
All right, so it has a happy ending. It's actually interesting how this child, they were caught in a rip current and they were saved. So here we go.
Now to Florida, and a drowning girl rescued thanks to a man with a drone.
I was shaking pretty bad. It was nerve-wracking. I about cried.
Andrew Smith says he was fishing on Pensacola Beach when he saw a swimmer struggling in a rip current about 100 yards offshore.
I was sitting there, and this girl came running asking if anybody could swim, and I said, no, I absolutely cannot swim. And I looked down at the drone, and I was like, well, the drone can swim, I can't.
That's when Smith grabbed his drone, which he uses to cast bait. He tied a flotation device to the drone, hoping to fly it out to the teenage girl, but he missed on the first try.
And I flew it out, and it was a terrible miss. I released it too early. It was really windy.
By now, the girl had been battling the rip current for 5 long minutes. Then someone gave Smith a second flotation device.
I lowered it until you could see her hands grab it, and then I lowered it a little more and I released it, and then she climbed on and started like floating. If it wasn't for that second drop, she wouldn't have made it. The EMS said she wouldn't have made it, the cops and the lifeguards.
The girl was able to use the flotation device until first responders arrived. The use of that drone to make a life-saving rescue is now prompting other public safety officials to look into using drones as lifeguards.
There's definitely a possibility, and we're looking at it.
Smith says the girl's father thanked him, calling him a guardian angel.
Jay says hillbilly can't swim. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know that is kind of funny. Well, there's another job lost to automation.
Right. Yeah,
did you hear
damn
about
lifeguards are gonna go the unemployment line because the drones are taking their jobs.
So there was actually, this just happened like, I don't know, like a month ago. There was a lifeguard, well, he was sentenced a month ago, that I guess the rule is if there's like less than 7 people in the pool, like I forget what the rule was, but somehow this lifeguard missed a kid that was drowned.
Oh.
And there wasn't that many people in the pool. He ended up saving the kid, but he's still going to jail for child endangerment. And to hear the parents MFing this kid in their victim statement, even though he still kind of saved the life.
Yeah.
Weird position, right?
Right.
Shouldn't have happened, but you did save it.
Yeah. That's
tough one.
Tough.
Yeah. All right.
Flip, float, then swim. What the fuck? Hillbilly can't swim. That just caught me all sorts of white bears can't jump.
You racist piece of shit.
Says Baki. Baki, who shows up for the marble races with his daughter, Todora, and then she yells at him when he wins.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right, here's the shitty story.
You're looking at raw sewage with human waste flowing through the multiple stories at a Topgolf in North San Jose. Wastewater dropping into the bar area and into the area where soda is stored.
And the water was dark and brown, and it started smelling really bad in the venue.
An employee who asked to be kept anonymous says the sewage was flowing just feet from the kitchen, but it was business as usual for 2 to 3 hours.
The most upsetting part of the process was the fact that we were still serving food even when everyone in the entire venue who worked there knew that there was fecal matter in the water.
A group chat of Topgolf employees shows multiple complaints over the human waste, saying the place should be shut down. Employees say it wasn't until later in the evening when management finally made the call to stop serving food. But employees say people were still golfing until closing time.
I felt disrespected by the management team to think that we would still be forced to stay and work regardless of the situation.
Employees then complained to the County Department of Environmental Health, who inspected Topgolf Monday. The department sent Crown 4 News a statement that reads, quote, several of the affected areas have had their food operations suspended until the establishment can provide all necessary professional cleaning and sanitation documentation to ensure all health and sanitation requirements have been addressed. The department added the sewage issue was resolved, but more cleaning needs to be done.
That's pretty shocking.
Smells a little bit like, kind of like a porta potty almost.
And neighbors complained about the smell.
But if that was, withheld from me and they were serving me food that was potentially contaminated, whether that's true or not, I don't know, that would be pretty concerning.
Topgolf, meantime, sent Crown 4 News a statement that says, quote, we are aware of the situation that occurred at our San Jose venue. Topgolf has strict safety and cleanliness protocols that we immediately implemented in partnership with a professional third-party restoration company that utilizes an EPA-registered disinfectant. Topgolf also told Crown 4 News it closed early Monday, around the same time the county finished its inspection. Meantime, for the workers here, they hope management learns a lesson.
It's not something that can be fixed in a day. It's something that needs to be fixed within the entire system of their management.
Topgolf did not address our questions when we asked them why food service was still ongoing for hours amid that sewage leak on Sunday. Meantime, the county says it will do a follow-up inspection.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway.
Two things.
We look at Topgolf and the management team did love it.
That's the first thing. If you're getting ready for work right now, then you're probably not that Topgolf employee.
You think they know who that was?
I need my identity disguised so nobody knows who I am.
Here's the other thing. Did you hear what they said? They said Topgolf decided to close shortly after the health inspection ended on Monday.
Right.
Yeah, the health inspector
that
shut
closed
you down.
Them. Yeah. They didn't choose to close. They were told you got to shut it down. You got
come on, man.
Feces all over the food.
Come on.
Chose. Yeah, we finally did the right thing.
What did you say?
We chose to close.
You,
finally.
I promise you that is the one group of workers, restaurant workers, that will flip on their establishment and their managers in a second.
Oh, right.
They will throw them under the bus like that.
To be fair, though, who's not going to throw them under the bus? There was leaking sewage with poop in it in the kitchen. Your favorite drop, or your favorite emoji. Yeah. In the kitchen while they're preparing food and they are told to stay open. I would freaking throw them under the bus. But I would do it like that guy.
We were told to stay open for business and keep serving the food.
Yeah, you can totally see his bro flow with his hair, just kind of a blurry. Come on, man. That dude ain't
They
going
know
back
who
to
it
work
is.
there.
They know who you are, dude. Crap, 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 says Baki.
It's a complete crap.
It is a complete crap. All right. Oh, damn you, Bacon. He pointed out that I say all right all the time. Now I notice it every time I say it. Kind of like you in the early days when you had the ums. You had the ums.
Yeah, I still have a few things.
Yeah,
on my
you got
list.
rid of your two major ones. It was and you had another one. I can't remember what it was. You told me to tell you when you were doing it. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't bother this show, but you wanted it on that show. I get it.
Needs to be clean.
All right, so here we go. I said all right again. Damn you, Bacon. New York Post from Sex and Relationships. My fiance wants to wear her dead husband's wedding ring when we marry. I feel like I'm in second place. I want to read the story before I make a comment, but that does seem weird to me. She wants to say I do while still clinging to I did. One bride-to-be's unconventional tribute to her late husband has sparked emotional fireworks before the ceremony even starts. A 30-year-old groom shared on Reddit's, because they go to Reddit's infamous Am I the A-hole forum. We got to check that out. Okay, so there's a link for that. Hold on. Let me click on the link just so I can save it for later. Am I an a-hole? Oh, man, that's going to have gold in it. Okay, I'm saving that forum for later. From the infamous Am I the A-hole forum last week that he's locking horns with his fiancée over one particular wedding day detail. Her plan to wear her deceased husband's wedding ring on a chain around her neck as they tie the knot. So the way I'm seeing this is she kind of is a tribute to him. Like, you passed away. I'm getting remarried. I want you to be a part of it. But I'm not going to lie. If I'm the new dude, not the nude dude, but the new dude, that's kind of weird. Like, she's still thinking of that guy.
You know what? No, he's dead. If it was an ex that's still alive,
well, right.
Now it's weird. He's
so
dead.
we can segue, since you went there and I was going to go there anyway, but your segue is much better than mine would have been. So we've talked about this before. This is my wedding ring from marriage number 2 that ended in divorce. And my wife doesn't care. So I didn't use this as the wedding ring in our ceremony. I have because we had money when we got married now. I have a nice wedding ring with rows of diamonds. I mean, nice diamonds across the top. But when I wear it for work, because I have a dirty job and I have to wash my hands like 30, 40 times a day, the water would collect under the diamonds where the groove is, and my skin would start to peel and it got actually infected because it was constantly being wet. And then it would dry, and then anyway. So I decided to start wearing this for just reasons like that. And I'm like, do you care? And she's like, I don't care. So, but this is wedding ring number 2 that I wear. And, it's like, no big deal. It is what it is. But I can see how some people might think that's a little weird. It doesn't matter what people think. My wife doesn't care.
Yeah, but again, she's not asking to have that turned into a female ring or anything like that. She's wearing it on a chain around her neck.
But it's during the ceremony. You're getting married to your new husband, so it's like she's going to be thinking about that guy as she gets married, which she would anyway.
Right.
Because they're only... What's weird is if you marry someone that's a widower, do you always wonder, because I've been divorced. So obviously we didn't want to be together anymore. So we got divorced. Do you feel like if that guy didn't die, she'd still be with him? And I'm only here because he had an unfortunate death. So I'm like the fill-in. I don't know.
Okay. Well, let me play the other side of that. The other side of that is she was that in love. That relationship was that strong. Usually Or you could argue in some of those cases that person doesn't remarry, but you have had such an impact on her that's a very strong love, that she feels that she wants to remarry coming off of something like that. So
He died
again,
in a
I
car
don't
accident.
have a problem.
I just saw that. So,
Car accident?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have a problem with
What's interesting also is they got married in their 20s. So here's where I would say, look, living life alone as a single person is hard. I mean, just financially, especially now, the way the country is, you almost need 2 incomes to have a life right now. Trying to find like the rental up here for a single bedroom, it's like $1,200-$1,300 for a little studio. Like 1 bedroom's up here at $1,800. I mean, how does anyone afford that on 1 income? So, it's interesting because they were married in their 20s and then he's 30, so that means she's got to be around 30. So, can you imagine going through life single from 30 years and let's say you lived to 80, 50 years by yourself? I don't know that. I mean, I'm sure people can do it, but
I told Jen she's got to put one of my hips on the mantle.
Hips on the mantle. Wear it around her neck during her next wedding.
Yeah, there you go. Turn it into a
what
carburetor
is that
for
big,
a car.
That big piece of titanium around your neck. That's huge. You're gonna wear that during the wedding? Yeah, it's my late husband's hip.
Yep.
You're lucky. Just be lucky I didn't wear them both.
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh, they're all clinking together like click clacks. Click, 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 click. You know what click clacks are?
No.
You don't. I didn't think you would because of your generation. So there are these 2 balls. They're like plastic, and they hang, and there's a string, and what you do is it's a toy, like a yo-yo, but you do this, and then you pull them up, and they click, and then as you do that, they go farther and farther apart, and then you can start clicking them on both up and down, so they're click clacks. Anyway, those were real popular in the 60s, but I caught click clack in the 70s, the click clack generation. But
right.
Hold on, see if we can find click clacks. I'm sure we can. I don't even know how to spell click clack. There we go. Let's see, well, the problem is apparently there's a band famous for click clacks. So all I'm seeing, not to be confused with Slee Slacks, or is it Slee Slack? You guys always correct me. Sleece. You don't. Oh, who corrects me? I think it's Bacon. Click clacks. Let me see if I can find it. All I'm getting. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is what click clacks are. Except they're not doing it. You gotta. No, come on. Do it like.
It's like the most annoying sound in the world.
Yeah, can you imagine being a parent with those?
Oh.
No, he's not doing it. Come on, do it right. Do it the right way. There we go. There we go. That's click clacks.
Hey, Darren, those are about to be outlawed in Idaho, buddy.
What is? Lawn darts?
Click clacks.
Click clacks. You know what? I think Liam needs click. I think I need to get Liam a set of click clacks.
Nope. Not happening anymore. He's had drums. He has a piano.
Drums?
Done.
Piano?
Dunzo.
What would be the most annoying? Drums has got to be the most annoying. I don't know anything more annoying than that. And when I think of drums, I think of Bridget, when Jim Rome's doing an interview and his daughter's in the back just wailing on the drums.
I think it's piano, 100%.
Piano. You know what? I want to learn the piano. I told my wife the other day I want to get a keyboard. I'm reading, I'm listening to all those reinvention projects, and I'm, deep diving on that stuff. And several people said learning a new instrument as an adult helps with the growth of the mind. Just so I'm like, maybe, anyway. Liam needs a new toy. Give him a trumpet. A kazoo.
He has one of those. He got one of the more annoying ones, automatone or something like that. I think it's
Autotone?
called automatone.
Automatone. Oh, I
Yeah.
know what those are.
They're big overseas, like in Asia.
Oh shit.
There's a bunch of
I'm in the
like
wrong screen.
joke.
Hold on.
You racist piece of shit.
There's a bunch of like joke Burger King commercials where people are playing
Is it
the
this?
automatone. Let me see.
Is it this? It looks like that.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like a smiley face
Oh, I don't know what that
at the
is.
bottom. Yeah, for sure.
And you blow in it?
No, it makes like it's kind of got like a keyboard.
Okay, here we go.
Along.
Introducing Automatone. Automatone is a musical instrument that creates beeps, slides, and everything in between, all in a musical fashion. It has a pressure automatone.
Here we go.
So how exactly is automatone played?
There's a lot of bass on this.
Pressing anywhere on the touch bar will produce a beep.
I don't hear it. Oh,
Automatone.
there we go. Looks like a synthesizer. All right, I just gave him a free plug. Hey, you guys better sponsor the show. 4 minutes left. You wanna talk about anything that's on your mind?
I don't think so.
Doing a show tomorrow?
Yes, I am doing a show tomorrow.
Wait, are you doing a show tomorrow? Shouldn't it be maybe?
If my system works.
That's where I was going with it.
We'll see.
So is
If
your
the
new time
system
3
works.
o'clock?
Yeah, 3 o'clock.
Okay, did
Better
I know that?
response.
Because it used to be 2, right?
Used to be 2, but
Okay.
Grant, since he's doing shows later, I like moving mine back an hour.
Got it. I like the 3 o'clock better because, well, now that I'm working the 4:10s, I get home later. So,
yeah,
cool. And then anything else going on? You're in the off season for your main. I mean, you can still talk NBA, but you're kind of in the off
Yeah.
season. So,
Off season, a lot of stuff behind the scenes
I'm not-
happening. Yeah,
I'm
fun
not
time.
gonna lie. Don't tell the Kings fans this. Horse gonna learn the meat horn. Yeah, there you go, Jay.
Yeah,
The meat horn.
waiting for that.
I'm not gonna lie. And of course, I like the Portland Trailblazers. And I'm not I don't know that I could say I'm a fan because I can only name like 3 players. But when it's like 2 hours of Kings, it's like just for me. And I know that show is not for me. It's not like how can I make Haunted Horse entertained for 3 hours? But man, when it's in Kings season, it gets really dry for me because I know more about your team than my own team because I watch that
Very
show.
true.
So
Very true.
I like your Friday shows because they are a little more friendly. Or they got
You know what's
Adam.
weird though? Yeah, I love Adam. I love our wrestling segment. Sometimes it's hard to squeeze in. That is a very hard transition sometimes when people are like really into a Kings discussion.
Yes.
And then we U-turn to wrestling.
Yes. But
Um,
well, this time of year it's easier. But yeah,
Oh,
if the Kings are like
100%.
at the end of the year and are they going to make the playoffs? And yeah, I get it. But it's Friday. I mean, if people can't detour for 20 minutes to something else, I mean, come on. Come on.
Yeah, I agree.
Come on. And then you guys
I
have got
agree.
pregame, middle. I mean, come on. I love the 49ers, but I don't know that I want to see 4 hours a day of 49er stuff. I mean, it's like mix it up a little bit.
For sure.
So
For sure.
hey, your connection lasted the whole show.
I know. Go figure.
Good job. Someone wrestles. I heard him say it, and I didn't jump on that. It did sound like he said, "Adam and I wrestling." I did hear that. I mean, to the point where I thought about grabbing the sound drop. Did Gary V? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, let me. Yes, Ryan came on, and it's like, okay, I'm out of my sorts. I am doing this thing. You don't know about this. Some guy made a fake Gary V account with 28 followers, and he reached out to me like he's the real Gary V. He said, my other account, there's so many DMs that I created this account so I could talk to my loyal fans. So I'm doing a back and forth with him every day on the show. We have the new thing, and yes, okay. So here we go. Yesterday when we left off with fake Gary V that thinks I'm being so fooled by this, he said. So this was what is today? Tuesday. This was Monday night. He sent me. Hold on, I gotta hit the right button. He sent me, do you know you can earn on a weekly basis trading crypto? And I said, what? Yes, I would like you to join the community. What's your budget? I can help you build wealth and live a corporate lifestyle. Cooperate? So I will say... Okay, so now I'm getting tired of this. I'm going to say...
You got to send this to Gary V. Gary V would get so much content out of that.
No thanks. Well, here's the thing. No thanks. I love being poor. I'm going to throw him a curveball. There we go. I know he doesn't expect that. So check this out. So we're doing this yesterday. I look at my DMs, and then there's another idiot that came up with a fake Gary V, not related to this guy, saying, hey, I just wanted to thank all my fans, and I saw you chatting in my stream, which I did, and I saw him favorite me. And it's like, I mean...
Wait, the fake Gary V favorited you?
Yes, the other fake Gary V. So there's two of them now.
Okay.
So what's interesting is I've got my DM set for only if I'm following someone, can they DM me? Otherwise, it goes into a spam folder, and that's where I'm pulling these from. So I feel like I'm going to sound like a total douchebag, but I feel like telling these guys, Gary V follows me. If he was to really message me, it wouldn't go in my spam folder. I mean, maybe you guys should try to fake someone that he doesn't follow. Because then maybe they would buy it, where I don't. Anyway, yeah, it's very douchey, but it's like, I mean, who pretends to be someone else? Now, I also had yesterday fake Gary V 2.
Weren't you the fake Jim Rome?
Well,
and weren't you the Jim Boy's #1 fan?
Yes. Well, I was going to go to the fake Jim Rome in a minute, but yesterday when I got Gary V fake #2 in my DMs, I also had Elon Musk. Fake Elon Musk in my DMs saying, are you one of my fans?
Are you one of my fans?
Right. Anyway, yeah, the fake Jim Rome, I did do that. I made my little goatee, and then I darkened it in with some makeup, and I did the fake Jim Rome. I only have like 1 or 2 little segments from that show that I saved. They're all gone because they were on Periscope. I hope V in the Fee is a fake Gary V. V in the Fee. That's funny. So there you go. There's the latest update on that. I'm sure that guy's gonna go away now that I want to be poor. You need to get out here.
I do.
What are you eating for dinner?
Shake.
What are you eating for dinner?
I don't know yet.
Krispy Kremes.
Decide.
Krispy Kremes, fat boy. Krispy. That's a drop,
I know.
For, what was that for? Boogie Cousins or which player was that for? Was Boogie on the Lakers at one time? Ever?
Mm-hmm.
He was? I think it was on the Lakers when he was on the Lakers. Krispy Kremes, fat boy!
Yeah.
All right.
I'm thinking I'll probably go Mexican tonight. We'll
Mexican
see.
food? All right, nice. All right. Well,
all right,
I'll
brother.
give you the last word, dude.
Fun being back for a night.
I gotta go.
Thanks for having me.
Fix that screen so we can have the Waterhole back. All right. It was fun having you back. Did we say something racist?
You racist piece of shit!
See, I don't know. Eric's always in charge of that stuff. Oh, Mexican. I get it. You said Mexican. All right, dude. Have a good evening.
Later.
And hopefully you can... It'd be cool if you could show up once a week, more. That would be cool. It's fun having you on.
See.
It's the fastest hour when you're here, dude.
Goes quick.
All right.
Goes quick.
Have a good night. Enjoy your Mexican food. Later.
You too, buddy.
We're out.